Baylor has strengthened its hold on number 1 in the Associated Press men's college basketball poll.
The Bears received 49 first-place votes from the 65-member media panel in Monday's poll to stay comfortably ahead of Gonzaga and Kansas. That was up from 44 first-place votes from the previous week, with the Bears securing a third straight week atop the rankings.
No's 1-4 remained unchanged a week after the top 7 teams held their rankings from the previous week, continuing a stretch of stability there in what has been an unpredictable season with a record-tying 7 different teams reaching number 1.
The Zags, who earned 15 first-place votes after having 19 a week earlier, spent 4 weeks atop the poll and went 7-0 during their stint at number 1 before the Bears leapfrogged them. Baylor has won 4 games since reaching number 1 and plays at Kansas State on Monday night, when the Bears look to extend their program record winning streak to 19 games.
Before that, Michigan State, Kentucky, Duke, Louisville and Kansas had all appeared at number 1. None lasted more than 2 weeks or won more than twice before suffering a loss that would knock it out of the top spot.
The Jayhawks earned the other first-place vote to remain ahead of 4th-ranked San Diego State, the last unbeaten team in Division I.
The top-tier
Atlantic Coast Conference leader Louisville climbed a spot to number 5, followed by Dayton, Duke, Florida State and Maryland, which jumped 6 spots to number 9 after beating Iowa last week for its 4th straight win.
Villanova rounded out the top 10.
Rising.
Number 11 Auburn joined the Terrapins as the week's biggest riser, jumping 6 spots after beating Kentucky over the weekend for the Tigers' 4th consecutive victory.
Number 18 LSU also had a significant bump, rising 4 spots after pushing its winning streak to 10 games.
In all, 8 teams moved up in Monday's poll.
Sliding.
Number 24 Colorado and number 25 Houston were the week's biggest sliders, each falling 4 spots after league losses. Florida State, number 14 Oregon and 19 Butler each fell 3 spots, which continued a big slide for the Bulldogs after they were ranked as high as number 5 in mid-January but have lost 4 of 6.
11 teams fell in Monday's poll.
Status quo.
The top 4 teams were the only ones to hold their positions from last week.
Welcome back.
Number 21 Creighton and number 23 Arizona were this week's new additions to the poll, though both had been ranked previously.
The Blue Jays, who were ranked 25th for a week last month, moved back into the poll after beating Villanova in the Big East. The Wildcats have twice fallen out after appearing in each of the first 10 polls.
Farewell for now.
Wichita State number 23 and Rutgers number 25 fell out of the poll. The Shockers lost at Tulsa over the weekend, while the Scarlet Knights fell to Michigan in Madison Square Garden, a loss that ended the program's 2-week stint that stood as its first AP Top 25 appearance since the end of the 1978-79 season.
Conference Watch.
The Big Ten had a national best 5 teams in the poll, including number 16 Michigan State, number 17 Iowa, number 20 Illinois and number 22 Penn State. The Big East was next with 4, while the Atlantic Coast, Big 12, Pac-12 and Southeastern conferences had 3 each.